Sorry, Daniel Lewa, another LEGO Marvel video. This time we're choosing the best / our favorite minifigure from each MCU Marvel movie.
There's nothing we love more than diving into LEGO Marvel, and especially the minifigures, because it's LEGO Marvel superheroes, and they are the stars of the show.
Ugh, you don't sound too excited, Daniel. He wants to do
Really?
Monkey Kid. He wants to do Monkey Kid videos. Okay, these are the Marvel movies that don't have minifigures in the MCU right now, so they'll not be in this list. So let's just not waste any more time. Daniel Lewa and I both chose our favorite from each one. We'll show what minifigures are from the movie. First and foremost, Iron Man 1. We had a couple minifigures. I have to say though, Daniel Lewa, my favorite is easily the Mark 1 Iron Man. Even though the Mark 2 is also super cool. They're all good actually, but the Mark 1 takes the cake.
The whole lineup of figures here is really good for Iron Man 1, but the Mark 1 armor is so iconic for Iron Man as just like a sublime thing that he did. So I definitely have to put this as my top one too.
Okay, we both agreed on that one. Incredible Hulk, unfortunately, has one minifigure. And guys, we don't even know if this minifigure is technically Incredible Hulk, but everyone keeps commenting, hey, the Avengers logo, Hulk is from the Incredible Hulk. I don't think we know that for a fact, but let's just say that it is. And this is our Incredible Hulk top pick by default.
From the Marvel logo. An Avengers logo would actually go pretty hard too, though.
Okay, now we're getting into mock ideas. Cameron Studios, make the Avengers logo. Next is Iron Man 2. The Iron Man movies, all three of them have great minifigure selections, and this one was hard. Yeah, for me, it was in between the Whiplash and the Mark 5, and I ended up choosing the Mark 5 as the best one.
It is a good one because it takes place in Monaco. Any F1 fans will know how important that is. But I had to give it to Whiplash. It was awesome that we finally got it. Thank you, LEGO, for giving us what we wanted, because we're entitled Marvel fans. But we finally got Whiplash, and he is absolutely fire.
Yeah, he looks amazing, and I love that they went the extra mile to actually give him the helmet, which doesn't have that much screen time. Movie release order, Thor 1 has one minifigure from the Thor hammer, so by default, this is our favorite. Wait, where's our Odin minifigure? What?
And Heimdall.
What?
Crazy.
Someone at LEGO Marvel is getting fired ASAP. Where is our LEGO Heimdall and LEGO Odin minifigure? Oh my.
The Warriors 3.
Okay, I'm gonna lose my mind. Apparently, Taika Waititi. Never mind. Okay. Also, by default, the first Avenger, Captain America, which does deserve to win, even though it's the only first Avenger minifigure. It's pretty cool. Could use a little extra detail on the legs, but I love the torso and the arms. It's awesome.
Next is the Avengers 1 lineup. It's a pretty good, stellar lineup with all of the main key players. Who'd you pick, bro?
This one was pretty tough because I like the Captain America with the cowl. I love that Captain America torso, the Avengers kind of costumey one. But I had to end up going with the Loki because of the horn helmets, and I kind of like the cloth cape just a teensy bit more. I don't mind the rubber capes. Guys, let me know, do you like cloth capes or rubber capes? I really can't decide, so the comments will make up my mind for me. But this helmet is just iconic, bro.
I'm cloth capes all the way. I love that helmet. But I had to go a complete opposite direction and go battle damaged Iron Man. It's the only type of like Iron Man we've gotten kind of like this. There are some like Tony Starks that are kind of battle damaged, but having that kind of scar, that torn out armor on the face just is so raw. I love it.
Great choice. And like we said, the Iron Man movies don't miss, because Iron Man 3 was, out of this list so far, the hardest. Ugh. Silver Centurion, people always say is the best Iron Man. We got Iron Patriot, we got 2 Iron Patriots, we got all these cool Iron Man suits. But the one that sticks out to me the most, Daniel Lewa, is the Mark 41. Okay, am I going to get roasted for that? And what's yours, big bruh?
I went with Iron Patriot, who is just an iconic design. He always has been, and this is probably the best execution of an Iron Patriot that we've had. At least it may be one of the top versions of them. I think every Iron Patriot that we've had has been really good.
That's what I'm trying to say. You can't go wrong with War Machine or Iron Patriot. Like, they don't miss. I'm wondering what the commenters would choose out of Iron Man 3 specifically, because there are a lot of good options. So what is the best Iron Man 3 minifigure in your opinion?
Oh, we all know what it is. It's Aldrich Killian, glow in the dark. It has to be. It has to be.
Daniel Lewa thinks LEGO Marvel's a joke. Guys, this is a really... it's my favorite theme, Daniel Lewa.
Throwing me under the bus. I love LEGO Marvel. And I love the Winter Soldier Look at this. We get Alexander Pierce and Bucky.
Yeah, you said like it's a good thing. This is terrible representation of the movie because we don't even have a Captain America. I'm surprised. Yeah, this Bucky's even classified as brick set. But yeah, the obvious choice for me would be the Bucky with the reversible head, and he actually has the holster on the side leg printing.
Yeah, I totally agree. It's really great.
Okay, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 1 is next. We're not here to talk about the figure selection pool. That was an entire different video that you could watch. Rank every movie by their minifigures. My favorite out of this pool would be the new Ronin. Okay, Daniel, because it has the unique cape piece with the kind of tears and tatters, and he doesn't have blood splattered everywhere on his torso.
But that's what makes the other one cool, which is actually my pick. The older Ronin, you have the blood on the torso, and you have the fully molded mantle hairpiece combo.
No, yeah, I do see an argument for this one because that headpiece, I tried to look at what was more accurate, and yeah, probably this headpiece is more accurate for Ronin. So maybe we could combine this headpiece with that cape. This one actually has toe printing as well, which is also a benefit. But yeah,
Yay.
Come on. We like toe printing for our minifigures.
This one wouldn't have been improved by toe printing. It's fine how it is.
Okay. Well, yeah, plus when you look at the images, he does have those red marks on his torso, so it's honestly more accurate. Next is Age of Ultron, OMG, and it just got expanded on with some new inclusions from the new Quinjet, which I'm super excited for. I gotta go with the Mark 1 Ultron. I gotta go with the Mark 1 Ultron from Avengers Tower. It's too good. It's too eerie. It's too awesome.
It really is. And just because we don't pick certain minifigures, whether it's other really good ones or your favorite one, doesn't mean there aren't other good figures in these figure lineups, because there certainly are. But these are the ones kind of we think are just some of the most desirable ones that we would want. My favorite is Ultron Prime coming out this year in the new Quinjet. They've perfected the Ultron. Yeah, he just has the one kind of jaw piece and not the whole helmet piece like the earlier version. But the printing on the face and the body, I think this one screams the most to me. This is the Ultron from his own namesake movie.
Okay, and I don't want to be that Marvel fan, Daniel, but it's actually Ultimate Ultron. But I agree with you. This is just awesome. So we had to go with the Ultrons here.
I should know this. I love Ultron.
No, it's all good. Just don't even sweat it. And it's hard not to give it to the Vision or the Iron Legion. Oh, there are too many good ones in this. Speaking of too many, here's too little. Ant-Man 1. What other characters are you going to include? Michael Pena, maybe? I don't know. But clear winner for me, Yellow Jacket. Look at that custom helmet, Daniel.
It just feels like very deluxe treatment for him. A character that I didn't anticipate also getting a deluxe treatment is Hank Pym from concept art, I think, because we never actually saw this version in the movie. Correct me if I'm wrong. I love this version of Ant-Man having kind of the darker tones instead of the lighter silver tones of the regular Ant-Man. Puts this over the edge for me.
Next up is Civil War. Interesting spread of characters, but for me, Crossbones all the way. Crossbones all the way.
Yeah, it's a Crossbones sweep because why? He's one of the most simply done Marvel minifigures ever. And yet he's one of my top favorite Marvel minifigures of all time.
It's too good.
So weird.
When are we ever going to get a Crossbones even again? I don't even know if this is like how movie accurate this is because he has more of a tactical mask. It's just the most desirable one I would want. Crossbones sweepstakes. Next is Doctor Strange. Really good. That is my favorite version of Doctor Strange. But when are we ever going to get an Ancient One minifigure? And she has her custom fans in this set.
We also got what I think is the best version of the Sorcerer Supreme. Well, at that time, maybe Sorcerer Supreme, Doctor Strange. And wow, beautiful. He does have the fabric cape, not the rubber cape, but especially like his hair details where he has like the gray Silver Fox lines. It's just so nicely done.
Yeah, why is the oldest Doctor Strange the best one? Interesting. Guardians of the Galaxy 2 is here, and it is filled with baby Groots. What would you want? Taserface, Baby Groot, Aisha, Rocket. All my favorite Marvel characters. But I think the Yondu definitely is far, far above. It looks awesome. The custom fin headpiece is awesome. Awesome. All I can say is awesome. That's the only adjective I know. It's awesome. Great. Yondu's awesome.
I'll have to go with Drax as my favorite. Slightly different than the Guardians 1 Drax. There's just something about him. He has a great treatment, having the tattoos all down his arms too. But having the minifig heads for the skulls on his chest just gives it that extra flavor, the extra zest. I can't use that term in the same way anymore. It gives him the extra zing to make him very appealing.
Next is Spider-Man Homecoming. Actually, pretty much all heaters. Shocker. Vulture. Actually, a really nice Spider-Man with the leg printing and the arm printing, but I really, really like this Homecoming Iron Man suit. It's pretty standout-ish between all the other Iron Man suits, where basically the second half is gray metal. It's awesome. Awesome again.
Yeah, I'll have to go with this version of Adrian Toomes, the Vulture. It's spot on to the movie. What the Spider-Man movies, I think, did a really good job of is taking kind of these fantastical villains and making them feel more real world. And not all of the Marvel movies do this very well, but I think this feels very much like a classic kind of World War II aviator pilot, but as a villain. So for that, I think this is my favorite.
Thor Ragnarok! But the choice is pretty obvious. I don't know. That Sicarian Hulk is awesome. Awesome again. It's the only word I know. Hella sweepstakes. Hella is the best. Please, someone, does anyone have this minifigure that I could buy?
I did look up some synonyms for awesome in thesaurus.com. It's an astounding minifigure, awe-inspiring, majestic, magnificent.
Black Panther 1. Slim pickings here. Slim pickings. It's really the Killmonger sweepstakes at this point, because I chose the final suit Killmonger, and it's actually kind of powered up a little bit. It looks cool.
It does. On the other end of the spectrum, I chose kind of the early movie Killmonger with the tribal Wakandan mask.
Infinity War. I wish we had a little bit better minifigures from Infinity War. I don't know if that's a hot take, but the one that stood out to me the most is the Cole Obsidian Big Fig Black Dwarf. It's cool to have a big fig of him. Custom big fig is always a big deal. Probably the best looking out of the Black Order.
Yeah, I mean, that or Corvus Glaive. I think the Corvus Glaive is really cool, but literally, this is so specific and particular. I don't know if we'll ever see a Cole Obsidian again, let alone in big fig form. My pick would have to be the War Machine from Infinity War. Like Matt said earlier, you just cannot go wrong with War Machine. The contrast here with the dark black sections mixed with the metallic painted silver puts this one over the edge. Also, the custom head here with kind of like the red tactical look on one side and the regular happy roadie on the other side is very nice touch.
Can't go wrong with War Machine. You can go wrong with Ant-Man and the Wasp. The Ant-Man helmet is a reuse, and the first Wasp was a little cooked. The new Wasp is cool, but the Wasp from the movie just isn't really that cool, so that leaves us with Ghost from Thunderbolts, the new Avengers. No, she was actually pretty cool in the movie. So, but yeah, this is a really cool minifigure. Cool.
Stupefying.
Stupefy. What about you, Daniel Lewa? Which one did you pick?
I did go with the new Wasp because I love when they are able to amplify and plus older minifigures and make them better when they revisit the same character. So I have to give credit to the new Wasp. I think the new wings are very nice. Detailing on the arms and legs are kind of whatever, but it doesn't necessarily need it all that much.
We have the best movie, Captain Marvel. Did she even have a bob in the movie?
It was shoulder length, but it wasn't like a bob that went out.
Something about that, the comic looking Captain Marvels that we've had in other sets are definitely the cool ones in my opinion. So that basically leaves us with the only Skrull, Talos. Bright green Talos.
At least we have Ben Mendelsohn here in Beautiful 4. I chose the Nick Fury, 90s Nick Fury. It's just really cool to have a Nick Fury. We only have a couple Nick Furies. It's like the one from S.H.I.E.L.D., modern S.H.I.E.L.D. with his whole trench coat looking thing. And then now this 90s looking Nick Fury. And while it's very simple, it's very effective.
Why would you even choose this over Talos, bro? You would rather have this Nick Fury?
I think so. Just the Talos is like hard on the eyes, you know?
We're up to Avengers Endgame. A lot to choose from. A lot to pick from. Which one is the best minifigure? Which one is my favorite minifigure? Which one is the coolest minifigure? Which is the most stupefying minifigure? It has to be this new Mark II Iron Patriot Endgame that hasn't even come out yet, bro. Please. Why do they gotta put these minifigures, such cool minifigures, in such expensive sets that don't feel like they're worth it and will end up in your fodder bin for your 3-year-old nephew to do what he will with it? This minifigure goes too hard, beyond hard.
While we have a lot of Iron Patriots from various sets, we've only ever gotten Rescue in just one or two. And in this specific version, just this one set. That's why I'm picking it for my best minifigure from this whole Endgame selection. Isn't that nice? Like the purple variation of what is kind of like a female Iron Man.
Yeah, this would be my second choice. Fully agree with you.
It's majestic.
Very majestic, very illustrious.
Sure. Yeah.
After Endgame, we have Far From Home, and obviously Happy Hogan is the best one out of this wave. Just
I
kidding.
mean, at least he's here, finally.
Night Monkey is the best. Come on. Who would not want this? It's fun when the Spider-Man / Iron Man suits are far separated design-wise from their source material because they just stand out that much more. Fun suit, and what a fun part of the movie.
Well, I think that's what makes the Hall of Armor sets and like all of these Spidey suits so desirable to collect, because it is so fun to display all of your different variations of Spider-Man and Iron Man all together. I did take a different route though, and I went with Mysterio, one of my all-time favorite Marvel villains. And they just pulled him off so perfectly in Far From Home. The execution in the minifigure is phenomenal, so I can't fault it for anything.
There's a teensy bit over-designed torso. I always struggle between this one and the comicsy one of which one is my favorite, but next we have Black Widow. The Black Widow herself isn't bad. Actually, the white suit Widow is actually pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. I actually do like the white suit, but I kind of had Thunderbolt's recency bias, and I went the Red Guardian route because I would love that minifigure. I really wish he had a cowl instead of the balding hairline, but this is my choice for favorite minifigure of this wave.
I may also have a bit of a recency bias with Thunderbolts because I think it would be cool to have all the Thunderbolts or potential Thunderbolts with this one. Taskmaster, not the best Taskmaster we've ever had in Lego, but at least it's a Taskmaster, and I'll give it that.
I might interchange mine with the white suit Widow. Yelena looks a little weird with her bright Chick-fil-A sauce hair. I don't know. Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. Stellar movie. Actually, sorry Four Corners for leaking this. This is one of Four Corners' favorite Marvel movies. But I gotta go with Death Dealer. It's the best looking one out of all of them. The rest suffer from something else, like Shang-Chi's over-designed torso and no leg printing. As Death Dealer does have no leg printing, but it kind of just flows a little better with the belt cutting it off. And I like the face print. I like Death Dealer. Sorry, sue me. Take me to prison.
Or maybe I will, because while I love Death Dealer's design in the movie, and I think it's cool to have him as a figure, I've never jived really well with just this printed on Ninjago mask. Like, give him a full-on Ninjago mask. We have been making Ninjago balaclavas for years now, and you couldn't repurpose one for this guy. Wouldn't that have made sense? I don't know.
You guys in Ninjago mask, watch this. Hey Siri, what year was the Marvel Death Dealer character created?
Death Dealer was created by Doug Moench and Gene Day, and first appeared in Marvel's Master of Kung Fu number 115 in August 1982.
When did Ninjago start?
2011.
Okay, so let's reference the Ninjago masks as Death Dealer masks. How about?
Then the Ninjago characters have better Death Dealer masks than Death Dealer himself.
This looks like the movie, bruh. What, do you want a molded piece on here?
I'd rather have that for sure.
That just, look inaccurate. He's a lot more sleek ninja, but I guess we'll agree to disagree.
Yeah, because I'm going Wen Wu for my pick of the best of the wave. Oh, what a phenomenal character. And maybe my opinion's tainted with some of these just because of how they're portrayed in the movies. That makes a big impact on how cool and desirable the minifig is. And I think Wen Wu falls in that category.
If they just would have gave him a unique face, I would have chose this one as well, immediately.
Yeah. Is this the Professor X
That's
face
Lex Luthor,
too?
yep.
Oh, no.
That's Yellow Jacket. That's why I did not choose it. Next is the greatest minifigure selection of all time. Everybody knows that. But Cersei's my favorite character from the movie Eternals, but my favorite as far as minifigures go would be the Ajax minifigure. I think color combo works the best. I love her skin tone plus her hair and the all gold sleeves.
Yeah, that is a great choice. It was a toss-up for me between some of these. I think I had to go Makari. Again, the color combo is so nice with that dark red and gray and gold. Just some of these Eternals ones have just very unique color combos we haven't really seen in Marvel before, and that really pops. But it's just crazy the treatment that these minifigures got. If only all Marvel movies could get this treatment.
Yeah, maybe if Cersei and Icarus were a little toned down in their brightness level. Fastos looks great. Kingo looks great. Yeah. Also for the DC fans, I wonder if they could send me a scene on Instagram of the Flash that's better than Makari's running scenes, because I don't think there is one. Moving on, Spider-Man No Way Home. Great pickings. We're eating good today. Best one, I think, most desirable one is Tobey Maguire. I do love the lizard as well, but Tobey Maguire. I do love the inverted suit, inside out suit, but Tobey Maguire. I do love the advanced integrated suit, but Tobey Maguire. It's just so cool.
And did you say Doc Ock? Because that one is just peak Alfred Molina Doc Ock, but I also had to go Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man, the best Spider-Man minifig in my opinion, the one I would want the most. And maybe it's attachment to the character in the series and everything, but also just the design of the spider, the metallic eyes, and the certain angle of the eyes. We just don't have quite that same stylistic leaning on the new Tom Holland Spider-Mans.
I like the Andrew Garfield elongated spider. That's cool. But yeah, Toby's the standout. Next, we have Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. Not necessarily a bad figure on here. They're all right. I mean, Wanda's wearing slacks, but I had to go with Zombie Strange. The just pinnacle ice cream cherry on top of the ice cream moment at the end of the movie. Oh my gosh. And that's the thing I was trying to tell people, is that Captain America 2 is an 11 out of 10 movie. But is there any singular moment in that movie that's as cool as Doctor Strange possessing his zombie form and making a soul of capes out of this and facing Scarlet Witch? Probably not.
No, this movie is full of just like clips that are just fun to rewatch kind of on their own. That being one of them. The other one that I loved watching is the music note battle. And so I went with the Sinister Strange. Oh, and he looks like sickly with this skin tone here. Like this third eye printing on the reverse head is perfect. You can switch it around for a jump scare. I love this one.
You're making me want to rewatch that battle scene. The fight with Sinister Strange. Wow.
So creative.
Speaking of non-creative, we have Thor, Love and Thunder. Really the only good one here is Jane Foster. I'm not going to waste anyone's time. Jane Foster. Whoa. Jane Foster. She's the best one. She looks comic accurate. She has great detail. I wouldn't even change anything about this Jane Foster. It looks fantastic.
Mighty Thor all the way. Enough said.
Wakanda forever. Unfortunately, the best part of the movie was Namor. It was Namor, and his figure is dope too, because they didn't just give him some ear printing or ignore it. They actually made a custom molded piece for his pointy ears. They actually made sure to give the wings on the side of his feet, so they included the essential things to his character on the minifigure, and that's always deeply appreciated.
Honestly, this was a tough one too, because Namor is fantastic. I even think the Ironheart Mark II is really nice, and the M'Baku, actually having M'Baku with the gorilla like wood armor. Oh. But my favorite of this whole wave is definitely Atuma. For me, it was easy. So striking with the color scheme, the face printing, and the giant like hammerhead shark skeleton helmet. Like, it doesn't get zanier than that.
Ant-Man the Wasp, Quantumania. We have a nano fig. That's all we have for the Wasp. Okay, no King, no Michael Duck, just no nothing. So this is our default favorite and least favorite.
Next is Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. It's an interesting lineup because it's mostly just the copy and paste same suit for everybody. But I think the standouts here are our two picks.
Okay, and let's see what your pick is, Daniel. What first and foremost?
It's Groot. It's a nice Groot. It's a good color scheme for him. He has a more mature face. And then the green printed accents all over him makes it a very nice figure.
Yeah, that green printing on his head is cool, but I'm astounded you did not choose over-designed Adam Warlock. Come on, bro. This is the coolest thing ever. That's an over-exaggeration, but it actually kind of works as a comicsy Adam Warlock. I know the torso is pretty over-designed. Even the little skull thing on the top of his cape from the comics, one of my favorite Marvel minifigures right here.
I mean, yeah, sometimes the screen to figure adaptation is so spot on, and this is exactly that.
Yes, the Marvels are back, and I actually like all three of these minifigures. I like this hair works so much better for Captain Marvel. Thank you. Standout though, Miss Marvel Kamala Khan.
Too easy. It's perfect. Like how the whole outfit and the S flows from the top to the bottom. Amazing.
Speaking of room for improvement, Brave New World. Two figures here to really choose from. Do you like the Red Hulk or do you like the Captain America? And I'm sorry, but this Red Hulk is too good, bro.
You have been dying for a Red Hulk. For years, you've been telling me, please, Daniel, when will you buy me the Red Hulk versus regular Hulk, She-Hulk, Trike battle pack? Like, bro, it's $1,000. I can't get that for you. So I'm glad you could finally get a Red Hulk for a reasonable price.
Reasonable. Right. $55.
Reasonable.
Shrinkflation. Okay. What is your pick?
I had to go Captain America. This is an awesome version of Captain America. It's cool because it takes those design cues that we've seen from the previous Lego Captain America, the helmet, the print, like the red, white, and blue, as you would expect.
I guess Sam Wilson's the superior Captain America to Steve Rogers because he actually gets dual leg molding. And lastly, we're on the Fantastic Four. Okay, I mean, just putting these minifigures on screen, it looks so bright and fresh. to Marvel. I'm sorry. It just does.
They are bright and fresh, and that feels good. They are somewhat problematic in a lot of ways, just because they feel kind of like the most basic, easiest route that they could have gone. Like, all right, we're just going to give torso printing, nothing else, no other printing. We're going to have, 2 new faces, basically, and maybe a new mold. So it's like, it's kind of the cheap way out of these things.
Yeah, I guess it's the bare minimum for Fantastic Four, but they do look like their movie counterparts for the most. It captures it for the most part. I agree. We don't need to be grateful for mediocrity, but at the same time, it's been a Marvel fan for so many years and never seen dual legs on Captain America. It's like, what? I didn't expect much in the first place. But I like Sue Storm the best, even though there are a lot of reuses. It looks like Sue Storm from the comics. Beautiful complexion, blonde hair, beautiful suit, gorgeous minifigure. Maybe I'm just down bad. I don't know. But for Vanessa Kirby, I don't know.
I picked Ben Grimm, the Thing. Yes, I know it's not a big thing. I know it doesn't have a giant, axle type torso mold, but I love the actual head printing. I think it's very nice. And the actual head mold with the heavy set eyebrows captures that perfectly. So it's like, okay, they kind of stopped with the head and the rocky new mold. They didn't really continue that detail into the body and legs, but it's a first step, and how appropriate for that movie.
He's just bigger width-wise. There's no he's wearing a full suit, so if there's any way they can widen their like with a custom without making it taller, because he's short, he's not that tall. So I don't know. I'm fine with having a minifigure of the Thing, but we don't got to get into that. Those were our favorites from each movie. Spider-Man Brand New Day, Mr. Negative is my favorite. I don't know. Doomsday,
cool.
Dr. Doom minifigure. There's a lot to look forward, but Daniel Leo and I, well, maybe just me, like to go into the Marvel minifigures. We love our Marvel minifigures.
We do. It's so fun to talk about. We hope you enjoyed talking about it with us. Please continue the discussion in the comments and let us know what are some of your favorite minifigures from each of these movies, because we'd love to hear, and maybe our eyes will be open to options that we hadn't even considered. Thank you for watching, and thank you especially to our channel members for making this possible, who are...
Looks like I'm Lidmy and Dr. Dan PhD have their 12-month badges of the red-haired Exo-Force guys. So thank you so much for the 12 months of membership. We also do have MC Goat, Uncle Michael, Uncle Norman, Oliver J. the Ginger Lender, Cesar, Shui Lee, Grandma Susan, Norman Davis, Dr. Dan PhD, I already said him, Sir Grizz, Richie Rage, Langster Builds, Mary Kay, and a brand new channel member, Borges. Now on Instagram, I'm adding all our channel members into a close friends story list where I can provide updates or any sort of Lego related things. So if you have your Instagram like Sir Grizz Norman Davis, follow on Instagram and shoot me a DM so I can add you to that. Eventually I hope to get a broadcast channel, and Daniel Lewa and I can send updates or chats through that. Anyway, we can connect with our channel members, but thank you so much, even just for watching or even just subscribing and liking.
If you made it this far in the video, put Squovit in the comments below and you'll be recognized as a real one.